Hey guys, what's going on? It is a Tuesday morning, about 10 o'clock down here in Florida, and just got to the gym, ran around, did some errands this morning, and the whole time I was running around this morning at the house, I was listening, and I listened to it a couple times. One of the guys I look up to in business, you call him a coach or a mentor, actually sent out a 35-minute message, and just, I don't know if it was a mixture of explaining, a mixture of frustration, a mixture of asking the question of why people make everything so difficult in business. You know, especially in a business like ours where, you know, we literally have an opportunity to buy products that are very, very good products, high-ranking products, get rebates, kickbacks, profit share on those products, whatever term you want to use. And offer the opportunity to others, pick up customers. There's so many different revenue streams for our business, and we have a solid product line. It's not like we have something we have to really push or market. And, you know, that's all we do. We use the products, we like them, we share them with others. You know, we invite people out to see if what we're doing is something they want to be a part of. And people overcomplicate it, and people let relationship stuff get in the way, and people let their hang-ups or what somebody else said or an article or an ad or you know, how they're feeling that day, or if their dog's sick or whatever. You insert the excuse of why they don't do it, or you even have people who actually do get involved with the business team and they don't want it to be a get-rich-quick business. You know, they don't want it to be one of those things, but then they get in and they realize it actually takes work to make money in this business, and now all of a sudden they want it to be a get-rich-quick business again. And it's like, you can never please anybody. You know, we go to two major big functions, we call them a year. We go to one in April time and one in September time. You know, we used to go to 5, 6, 7 big ones a year, and I used to think that, you know, people made it, you know, it was like, oh, it was too many for us to go to. It was hard to make it to them all. But the same exact people that said it was hard to make it to, you know, 5 or 6 of them are the same people that are saying it's hard to make it to 2 of them a year. To set 2 weekends aside each year to actually do something that's good for you and your business. And, you know, I think there's an old moniker, old hang-ups of the business where, you know, you have to duplicate and do exactly what everybody else has done, and that's not what entrepreneurship is. Entrepreneurship is understanding the compensation plan, understanding what you have your hands on, understanding the products that you're selling, understanding what tools you have at your disposal. I'm not sure when the last time was that you read the compensation plan for the business that you're a part of and really understood it. But when I got started in business, that's the very first thing that I did. That was a determining factor of me getting started with business. Not necessarily the guy that got me started in business, although, you know, at that time I seen he was a good guy, and, you know, you can only determine so much from meeting somebody after 20 minutes. But I read the compensation plan, and I'm like, we really get paid at this level for this little bit of work? And it 100% in my brain made sense to me. And I see there's people that have been in business for 2, 3 years. I should say in business. They've been registered with a business opportunity for years, and they still have yet to read the business compensation plan and understand how we get paid. And then they get mad because they're not succeeding in moving forward with something that they never understood that they were a part of in the first place. It blows my mind. It messes me up my head. Or they overcomplicate the business itself with, you know, working on themselves. They think they got to be perfect before they move on in business. Let me tell you, there's no business owner that is perfect. There's no business owner that's got it all figured out. All the business owner is somebody who actually took initiative. They understood the risk involved, but they made the move anyways. And if you're not willing to make those risks, then you're not meant to be a business owner. If you're part of the business team and all of a sudden, you know, you walk away from it and, you know, everything in your life, you feel comfortable again and you feel good, guess what? You're not meant to be a business owner. You're meant to be an employee. Enjoy that route for the rest of your life. And I'm not being condescending or satirical. I'm telling you, no, like, go do that. If that's what you are comfortable doing, go do that. I appreciate people who want to be employees in different areas. If we didn't have employees, I wouldn't have anybody to check me in at the gym. If I didn't have employees, I wouldn't have somebody to be able to work on my motorcycle whenever something goes wrong with it. You know, I appreciate each and every employee. If we didn't have employees, we'd have somebody make the clothes we're wearing, the iPod that I use, the sunglasses I'm wearing, the bag that I got with me, the shoes that I'm wearing, all this kind of stuff. It's like, I wouldn't have any of these things if we didn't have employees out there. So don't get me wrong, I am not against employees. As a matter of fact, as a business owner, I appreciate employees, and very good employees, people who want to work for somebody else. Because over the next year or so, I'm going to be hiring a personal assistant to go through my emails for me, to go, to filter out phone calls for me, to handle all the the mundane stuff that I really don't want to. And if everybody was a business owner, guess what? I wouldn't have the opportunity to hire somebody as a personal assistant for myself. So I appreciate them. I hope you guys understand that. I'm never putting them down. But if you're part of a business and you walked away and all of a sudden everything in your life seems better, it's probably one of two things. One thing is that you're just meant to be an employee, or number two, you overcomplicated it so much inside your brain that you made it harder than what it was. You made every relationship in the business, seem like if you didn't have the relationship right, then the business wasn't going to be right, and that's so not right. That's so wrong thinking. Or you don't like this person in the business, and all of a sudden the business is bad. Do you understand? It is your business. It is not anybody else. It is your business. Stop letting what other people do affect your business. Stop letting if somebody shows up or doesn't show up affect your business. Stop letting if a customer does or doesn't buy affect your business. If those things are happening, guess what? You need to sit down, deductively reason through, and figure out what you have to do to grow your business. But going back to the original message, I listening to this message from him, and he's like, you know what? He's like, you got to take personal responsibility. He's like, he's like, I hate the word role. Role's a weak word. Yeah, I don't believe that. I mean, you have to know what role you're playing at whatever stage of the game that you're in. There's a lot of times you play a lot of roles at one time. I think what he was referring to is when you pick a role and you only stay in that role. Like, I can only do this. I can only do that. Understanding your responsibility to play whatever role you need to at any given time for you to grow your business. That's what actually matters. You have to have a strong desire to start something, and then you have to be self-reliant to keep going forward. You have to be self-reliant. No matter how quote-unquote duplicatable the business is, it's not a robotic business. You have to figure out how it's going to fit into your life, what's going to make sense to you, and what you're excited about doing. That's why I tell everybody, keep your why in front of you, keeps your desire alive. Understand what you got to do daily. Don't just get yourself set in a motion where you're like, I'm just going to set myself on automatic and do this every day. I'm just going to watch this video every day automatically because, that's how I do. No, you watch a video every day so that you can actually learn something new from it every day. You sit down and you study it every single day. You read a book every day. You listen to a CD every day. You watch a program every day so you can study it, not just so you can be automatic. I hope none of you guys out there do any of these things, these self-improvement things, just because it's to check it off the checklist. So I ranted long enough during an 8-minute video here. But it absolutely blows me away at the lack of desire that people have out in the world right now. But everybody else's lack of desire will never determine my desire. I don't care how many people I run into that want nothing to do with what I'm doing. I will do enough work to find the right people that I'll be in business with for the rest of my life. Everybody else, God bless you with whatever else you want to do, whatever your passions and pursuits are. And I'm telling you, I'm excited for you. I'm behind you. As long as you're doing something that's going to move you forward and help others around you. So that's it. With that, shoulder to shoulder, see you all at the top.